Okay, we're going to talk about finding the missing links when we know that they're similar. So it says the following triangles are similar, find the missing side. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a proportion with the corresponding sides to find that missing side. So I know I'm looking for x, right? So if I had 9, that's corresponding with my x, right? And then 15 is going to correspond with 10. So what I want to do is figure out what is that x going to be. So one way I could solve that is using cross products, which just knowing my facts, I know that that would work pretty easily. If I did 9 times 10, that's 90, and 15 times x is 15x equals 90. And if I did 15x, my 15x equals 90, I'm going to come right here and work it out real quick. 15x equals 90. And that means I'm going to divide both sides by 15. And that leaves me with x equals, 15 goes into 30 twice, so 60, 90, that would be 6. So that would mean that the missing side, oops, you couldn't see that, the missing side is 6 inches. Okay, let's do the next one. The following triangles are similar. Oh, that should say rectangles. Find the missing side. So we have 3, 6, and x over 2. So if we look at the corresponding sides, 3 corresponds with what? X. And 6 corresponds with 2. So what am I doing from 6 to get to 3? Divide by 2. So what am I going to do to the 2 to get to x? Divide by 2. And what's 2 divided by 2? 1. So that means this is going to be 1 centimeter. Okay, let's look at the next one. Ignore that. This said the following triangles. That should say the following trapezoids are similar. Find the missing sides. So again, I'm going to look right here and find the corresponding sides. 13 goes with x and 30 goes with 15, right? So if I said x over 30, because that's x x over 13. X over 13, because they correspond, equals 15 over 30, because 15 corresponds with 30. Well, I can see right here that to go from 30 to 15, this is half of that, right? 15 is half of 30, so then x has to be half of 13. So this is dividing by 2 to go from there to there. So that means this has to divide by 2. So just so I have more room, 30 divided by 2, not 30, I'm sorry, 13, doing it again. 13 divided by 2, 2 goes into 13 6 times, which is 12. I subtract, add my decimal 0. 2 goes into 10 5 times, so that's going to be 6.5. So that's going to be 6.5 feet. Right? Okay, this next one. Sorry. Okay, the following triangles, this time it is a triangle, are similar. Find the missing side. So again, I'm going to look at the ones that correspond with each other. So 8 is with 30, and 5 is with x. Okay, so I need to say, what am I doing from here to here, right? So I am going to, one of the things I could do is divide to see what I'm doing, or I could do cross products. Let's just try cross products. So Maybe it's because I like solving equations. So if that was 8 over 30 equals 5 over x, 5 times 3 is 15, so it's 150 equals 8x, because 8 times x is x. Now I'm doing it this cross products because sometimes if you can't figure out what you're doing, it's not so obvious. Cross products is going to help you. So I'm going to divide both sides by 8, right? So I'm going to do 150 divided by 8. Then erase this. 8 goes into 15 once, which is 8. I subtract, and I get 7. Bring down my 0. 8 is going to go into 70 8 times, which is 64. Subtract, and I'm going to get 6. Add a decimal 0. Decimal, bring my 0 down. 8 goes into 67 times, which is 56. Subtract, and I get 4. Add another 0, bring it down. I have 40. 8 goes into 45 times, which is 40. Subtract, and I get 0. So that's going to be 18.75. So x equals 18.75. So that means that the missing side is 18.75. So that's going to be 18.75 yards. Okay, let's do this next one. Well, it says tell if they're similar. Well, to tell if they're similar, I want to decide, do they have the same ratios? So if I look at the corresponding sides, okay, if I look at from here to here, let's see what the ratio is from this side to this side. Okay, 4 over 2. And then 4 corresponds with 6, right? 6 over 3. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. What's 6 divided by 3? 2. So they have the same ratios. So yes, they are similar. All right, this next one. The following triangles are similar. Find the missing side. Well, since these are both the same, that means it's an isosceles triangle. Just a little refresher on our vocabulary for geometry. Isosceles, they have 2 sides that are equal. So I need to set up a proportion to figure out what that would be. So I know that the 5 corresponds with the 2 and the 6.5 corresponds with the x, right? So I could say 5 with 2, and then 6.5 over x. Now, again, there's several ways you could solve this. I can say, what am I doing from 5 to get to 6.5? Because I could do that with a 2. Or I could do cross products. Either way. So let's just do, if I want to try to find the relationship from here to here. So I'm going to divide to do that. I'm going to do 6.5 divided by 5 to figure that out. Okay, I'm trying to show you different ways so that you can see that there's more than one way. Okay, so 6.5 divided by 5. 5 goes into 6 once. I'll bring that decimal up. 5, subtract to get 1. Bring down my 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times. So that's 1.3. Right? So what that means is that I'm multiplying. So 1.3 is not my answer. I'm multiplying this times 1.3. So I need to multiply this times 1.3. And what is 2 times 1.3? That's going to be 2.6. So this will be 2.6 inches. So there you go.